These are the 5 reasons why people don't hack it in the military if they're joining as a younger person. What is up, guys? You're tuning in to Nikki MGTV for another military video for all your military video needs. As always, you can hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, or down in the comments below if you do have questions. But as always, let's roll right into this topic. And that is the 5 reasons why young people don't hack it in the military. A know-it-all. There's a lot of people that come in the military that think that they are know-it-alls. And I understand that put down your ego, your defense for just 1 second when I talk about this. I see a lot of times where people will put up barriers or their ego or something as to why they shouldn't listen to a person's higher rank. Yes, not every person is going to be the greatest leader, right? But if you take the approach of you can learn something from everybody, whether you don't really appreciate everything this person is about or what they have to offer, or you really don't think they're the smartest person or the great leader, just take what you can. And honestly, those hardships or those times where you're gonna butt heads with leadership is sometimes where you're gonna find some of your best friends and those challenges. And I don't know if I can relate this the best way, but I always explain leaders are like teachers in high school or whatever school you've been to. You've had ones that you really loved, you've had some that you really hated, and you had some where you butted heads, but after you were done with that class, you actually really appreciated that teacher. So don't think you know everything, just be a sponge. As much as possible, if you think something's wrong, block it out for the moment being if you can, and just take it for what it is. Because a lot of times, trust me, you're gonna try and bring up a lot of stuff where they're gonna be like, why are you asking me about this? Like, I've been in the military 10 years. I don't want to explain every single detail. Can you just do this task for right now? If you have questions later on, come back to me. After you complete the task, finish it, you'll probably be better off. The next kind of coincides with this, and that is the military is not fair. So a lot of times with promotions, with meritorious advancements, awards, stuff like that, there are a lot of people that are junior enlisted that get very demotivated by this. Even people that have gotten out that look years beyond. And I want to tell you the honest truth, because that's what this channel is about, and that is what I bring to the table with my content, and that is, this is 100% true. And if you have ever worked anywhere else in the world, anywhere, and you've worked there, and people that have been in the civilian sector already and worked, it's not fair there either. It's not fair anywhere. I say this in full confidence because these are human systems. There's not an exact science to how you grade one person next to another. To balance this out, I want to empower you guys rather than take power away from you, and what you may see is hopeless because it is unfair. Because I've dealt with this. I've literally just been in total frustration of instances where I didn't make rank. It took me 6 times to make E5. Focus on what you can control. Okay, you can't control if your boss likes you. You can't control what your peers got as far as awards and evaluations or if they were better than you, but you can't control what you do. And I feel like a lot of people, even myself, I reflect back and I say, oh, I should probably reflect on just what I'm doing. Stop looking at what other people are doing, just focus on myself. And so the more you realize, if you give them a reason not to give you the highest evaluation or not give you an award, if you're spending time not focusing on that forward progression, you are only giving that power to your peers around you to actually move ahead of you. The third one here is many people get demotivated once they're at their first command, because in this aspect, you are finally doing your job. You're finally at the destination, right? You dreamed of being in the military, getting benefits, doing boot camp, getting through A school, and then you're finally at the day in, day out grind where it's kind of dissatisfying because this is just a job. Realistically, it's a job just like many other jobs, but this one has other stuff that's added onto it. But when it comes down to the core, it's a job. And also, you're gonna be looking at your peers from back home, your family, they're all having a good time, posting photos, stuff like that. You're gonna miss them, and that's totally understandable that you will. I just think that a lot of people don't understand that once you're at that destination, once you're at your first duty station, that's not where the ball drops and that's where it ends, and you just ride that out for the next couple of years. Unless that's all you want to do and just work your 9-to-5er and go home and try not to do anything else except the bare minimum. Except it's the totally opposite. And again, this will tie in with getting better promotions and evaluations and things like that, is once you're at that, you need to seek for guidance. You need to look out for people that are going to help you out. If you're not speaking up saying, I want more responsibility, I want more leadership, I want more education, I want more, guess what? I'm not going to know you want more. And as much as it kind of is my responsibility to try and make sure everyone has an equal buy-in when we're looking at who's doing what within a command, you are also ultimately responsible because it's your career, not mine. And keep that motivation up. Don't lose it after the first month when you heard from Joe Schmo that the command sucks and it's not a great command and it's his first command, and obviously his credibility is super high because he's been to 1 million commands and been in the Navy for a year. Trust me, don't listen to those people. If you let those people get in your brain, that bug is going to be put in there, and then you're going to let that get your entire tour just wasted. The fourth one is people get caught up in military life and it makes them not succeed. What I mean is people get caught up in the social aspect of being in the military, going to parties, just doing your duty, doing your job, going home and drinking whenever you can on the weekend with your friends. Respect. You definitely need to make friends in the military. That's awesome. But what I find is sometimes there are people that make friendships which are not conducive to getting them further. As much as you're going to need those breaks and buddies that you're going to drink with, you also need the friends that are going to sit there and call you out when you're not doing what you're supposed to. Again, leading to you promoting or doing better in the military and having a better experience. If you find someone that is as goal-driven as you, or a friend that will hold you accountable, those are the people that you're going to want at least most of the time that you're with, because you will be a product of your surroundings and perception is reality. And the last one here I think is very important, and I think many people that are in the military always hear just stay in, stay in, stay in, stay in, and I don't think that's true. I think a lot of people should actually get out, and that's not because I want people out, it's just because the military is not for everybody. So that's the last reason people don't hack it in the military, is they realize it isn't for them. It's not in their line of cards, it's not what they want to do. They have other plans with their life other than doing what the military wants them to do. And I respect that. Knowing that is very good. The one issue I see that is a failure and why people don't hack it in the military during those years and maybe get kicked out or have issues is they don't have a drive or focus, which if your plan is to get out, I want you to get out but also be the best civilian you can. So yeah, maybe getting all these qualifications that are only military specific that you don't care about. How about you work on the ones you do, the civilian ones? There's tons of programs to get out there. And honestly, if you are this kind of person, you notice within your first year this isn't for you, you need to start going to Fleet and Family Support. You need to start going to the college office and seeing what you can do to prepare yourself better. I've had some people come up to me that they were like, I don't want to stay in the military, but I want to get out and be an author. And then I instantly asked them, well, what do you write? How are you writing? Have you taken any classes on writing? Have you reached out to anybody that is a writer and asked them if you can talk to them? Just like many of you guys write me through this YouTube channel, or you've talked to me because you want to find out about my life and my experiences, you can do the same thing on other platforms of career choice, if that makes sense. And what actually ended up happening was one of these people ended up working for one of the newspapers, which could give them letters of recommendations and things like that for college, and possibly getting paid for doing stuff, or maybe not even go to college and just build their way up through their resume. Yes, these are the 5 reasons why people do not hack it in the military. If you do have questions about it, let me know down in the comments below. I definitely want to help you guys out if you're having issues. I know people have written me before about having issues once they got to their first command. So if you're having issues, write it down below or hit me up on Instagram or Snapchat. But as always, I love you guys. I'll see you next time.